teaching our kids about business and public etiquette. Yes or no, ma'am, thank you. You count the money back, and it just creates that whole business mindset.
Welcome to another episode of Clear Lake Connections, where we talk to the people behind the businesses of Bay Area Houston. Today I'm joined by Ronn Gookin with Gelu Italian Ice.
Yeah, hello.
So, Ron, welcome.
All right.
Tell me about Gelu and what it is, the way it started, and we'll talk later about where you're at today.
Gelu actually stands for, it's a Latin word for frozen ice, frozen water. So, and Gelu was created about 8 years ago, and it's all non-dairy, gluten-free, fat-free, so it's kind of good for everybody. There's three owners: myself, my wife Karen, and my business partner John Nelson. We wanted to create something. We had other jobs in Colorado, and we just wanted to do something on the side, maybe for our kids, create some type of side business, And anyway, John pops up and says, "Hey, man, I've got this old 75-year-old recipe out of Jersey. It's Italian ice recipe." So I've never tasted. A lot of people are like, "What's Italian ice?" Everybody is, "Oh, it's gelato, right?" I'm like, "No, there's a difference." So anyway, we kind of sat around the table and decided to move forward with it. So we ended up buying a batch freezer, buying a little push cart, a little umbrella, and we did our first event. We had 4 flavors, and we sold out in 3 hours. So what we did is take this recipe and added real fruit to it. So 5 pounds of fresh mango, 10 pounds of strawberries, 10 pounds of cherries. Our pina colada is so good, it makes you sing that song, so you got to watch out for that one. So we just created this thing, and it just took off. And so 6 months later, we bought another cart, started doing events. Then we bought a trailer that sat in a parking lot at a mall. And the season in Colorado is very short. It's like a 3.5, 4 month season. But in that time around, we did about 78,000 cups in that 4 months every year for the last 6-7 years.
Wow.
So we knew we had something. But we knew that if we wanted to grow, we had to get into a warmer climate. So my business partner, again, John, had other businesses that he does in Houston. So anyway, he was down here looking at it, and he called us and said, "Hey, I think we gotta get down here." So my wife and I flew down, checked it out, and agreed, and we shut Colorado down. In 2019, we came down, brought our big trailer with us. We have it's called the Shack. It's just a big monster. And so we brought that down, started doing events. We were doing 7 to 9 events Thursday through Sunday. And by end of last year, we hit our 1,000th cup of sales. So
wow.
Not bad for a bunch of rookies. And we decided to add on another trailer, and we got a van. And then beginning of 2020, last year, we brought on licensees, people that have been asking us. We do events. How can I get a part of this, be a part of your family? I just love this product. It's a great family business. And so we brought on licensees, and as of yesterday, we have 20 licensees that represent us and brand us. We have 17 trailers going around, and also we have, I got 4 more vans on order, and should have that one out, the first one in about 2 weeks out. So,
but the global headquarters right here in Clear Lake area.
Yeah, well, it's actually in the Houston. It's just right around the corner here. So
okay.
It's very close neighbors, very close neighbors. So we manufacture everything ourselves, so it's made fresh every day. Once you taste the product, you'll taste the difference. There's other Italian ice companies here in town, but they can't even come close because ours is made fresh. We have over 30 flavors that we rotate by season, by people saying, "Hey, can you bring this on?" And it's only there's 175 flavors, and we've got 30 of them. So it's just evolving every year, making it better, tweaking it a little bit. And then we decided to open up Baybrook Mall, which we have our liquor license. So you can come in if you're 21, show us your ID, of course. And then we can blend our amazing drinks with the alcohol, and then you can walk around the mall with it. Can't leave the mall until it's empty, but it just gives you a little bit more of a shopping experience.
So you went from a trailer in a mall parking lot to actually being in Baybrook Mall, which, if I'm not mistaken, is probably, I think it's one of the highest grossing malls in all of America.
It's one of the top 10, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
it has
so
20 million visitors a year.
So it's a great mark of success.
Yeah, so it's a bunch of rookies, and it's a lot of sacrifice, but it was really cool because my two boys got involved and they ran their events. They had their kids, their friends join in. They're all business-minded kids from business classes that they were in, and they just ran their own events. We were doing 120 events in 3 months, so we were slammed. Just by push carts. We didn't have, and then we had a standalone trailer that just sat in the parking lot. So we were just moving around these little trailers, little Italian Ice push carts. We have 6 sets now. So it's just, it's just kind of unique. And when we first started, we had the original paper cups, that are squeezable. I don't know if you, the old fashioned. So we started with those, and then people were just, I need more. So we added, and then come to Texas and everything's bigger. So you get 3 flavors in a small, 4 flavors in a large. You can sample it and then build your flavors the way you want it. So
it's fascinating because you talked about the climate here, but talk about the business climate and how different that is maybe from Colorado or things you're hearing from maybe people out the rest of the country.
Just the weather is, we get about a 9-month season, 9 to 11th month season, unpredictable. We brought Colorado, down here, I guess, a couple of weeks ago when the freeze came, but it was funny to see that kind of atmosphere going on. But yeah, the climate it's all our product is weather driven, but it's not, so we still do parties when it's cold and, whatever. So we go indoors, we have carts to go in backyards to do barbecues and pool parties and stuff like that. So, but the longer season has given us a better, longer chance to, be out in the public.
Yeah. And everybody talks about, Texas's business climate. We're open, in a week, everything's pretty much at 100% capacity again. So hopefully businesses like yours are going to benefit from that. Oh my gosh,
we were busy anyway. And with the pandemic that happened, the mall shut down, the neighborhood shut, everything just got tight. So it forced us to even think out of the box more than we normally do. So what we did, we started doing delivery services. So we have these pints and quarts. People would call us up. You get 3 flavors in a pint, 4 flavors in a quart. And I have so much respect for pizza people, delivery guys now. I mean, people turn your lights on outside and paint your numbers on your house. That's what I got to tell people. Because you can't see it, So I'm calling the people, telling them to flash their lights so I can find their house. So yeah. I will never ever I will always be gratitude towards the pizza and delivery people because it is a lot of hard work. And so we still do deliveries, we still do all that, but it just evolved us into a whole other mindset, and it really grew our company. And then other people were looking to do the same thing, and that's why we grew, by 20-30% last year with the pandemic.
Yeah, and we're hearing other people with success stories like that because they were willing to try something new and willing to pivot, and it sounds like that, you just took advantage of that.
Well, we got lucky. My mindset to everybody else is that, I do other businesses as well. My other business partner does other businesses, and if you just don't think out of the box and think ahead and think on a broader mind, if you don't take the risk, the biggest risk is not doing it. I mean, you just got to try every day. And believe me, you get your butt out of bed every day. And, every day counts, every minute counts. But what's cool about our product is it creates families, your interaction with the public. We're teaching our kids about business and public etiquette. Yes or no, ma'am, thank you. You count the money back. And it just creates that whole business mindset. And some kids got it, and some kids are just totally terrified. But at the end of the season, you can't even shut them up because they're so excited and they got it. And it's really cool to see that kid grow all year long. So that's the cool part.
So you hire for attitude.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. It's really cool. Yeah.
So how many people do you employ in this area?
Well, we've got 4 people out at the mall, and and then everybody else, my wife and there's 3 others, so about 7, less than 10. And then we've got 20 other licensees running around that are all separate. All I do is sell them ice, and they go brand us and do their own events and their own permitting and everything. So it's pretty busy.
Are all the licensees in the Houston area, or are they?
Yeah, they're all in the Houston area, but it's broad. So I mean, it's it's like a Starbucks on every corner. I mean, it's there and people come to it. So, and then they find us, and I have to sneak and do an event. I have to sneak into my neighborhood, and because if somebody sees me, they throw it on Facebook and they say, "Hey, Gelu's back," and so I've got people knocking on my door, at 10 o'clock at night, saying, "I need a Gelu," or they call, "You open, would you mind?" And it's just like, oh my gosh, after a 12, 15-hour day, you're just like, yeah, no problem. "Can I have candy toppings too?" I'm like, oh my God, yeah, I guess so. So it just never quits. It just never stops. So it's a blessing. And, my wife keeps the whole thing together. She's the glue, and us, we just kind of make it happen around it. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So if somebody was thinking about starting their own business like you did, what piece of advice would you give them?
Just do your due diligence. Do what you love. Do something that's turnkey. Our product is so simple. The health department loves us. We have no dairy in our product. So when they come and check us out, they're just like, "Oh, thanks, bye." I feel sorry for the other vendors because they get picked apart. They got to have temperature controls and everything else going on. And ours is just simple, turnkey. Our prices are family friendly, and the quality that you can't get from Dairy Queen, and you can't get from anywhere else. It's just a real non-dairy, gluten-free, fat-free product. So,
yeah, and there's something to be said for simplicity. It sounds like the product is simple, but the business model is simple as well.
And what? Bottom line, it's fun.
Yeah.
I always tell people, if you want, hey, invite us to your party, but don't call unless you want to have fun. That's what I tell them. So, and it's pretty cool, and the kids get excited. So,
what are the most popular flavors?
I brought the most popular flavors. I'm sitting here, and I brought mango is made with 5 pounds of fresh mango, and our fresh strawberry is 10 pounds of fresh strawberry, and then our flavor base, I brought margarita. So you can order anything. You can order all strawberry, or you can stack your flavors the way you want it. So it's you can't go wrong. So people say, "Well, what's the best?" I always put mango on top or cherry on top. So once you taste the difference is where it's at.
We're going to do something today this is a first. So we're going to try this out. We're actually going to sample the Gelu. We're going to keep the cameras rolling because the facial expressions that you're going to see are going to tell the whole story, I've been told.
Well, I think it'll definitely get your attention. So this first one that we have is called Mango, and it's Mango Madness.
And for those of you that don't know, that was just Garrett getting in the shot. He's producing these.
He's getting a close-up.
Oh, yeah.
Everything that we have candy toppings on. So you can add candy toppings or not. We have one that's called a Maganata, which is tahini and chamoy. So that's it's very good. That's very popular here. Actually made.
Oh, look at that.
Hold on, Jameson.
Visual, of course.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Fantastic.
It's amazing.
I can't double dip, guys, so you guys dig in. So for those of you that can't taste that, we do smell-o-vision?
Yeah,
We
there
do
you go.
smell-o-vision.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's
That's
the real
amazing.
deal. And then this one will make you feel like you should be on the beach. And then, you can
I'll
order
take
it
some Ron
or
Gookin mango, for sure.
invite your friends over and have your own party.
That'd be a nice frozen margarita.
Yeah.
Once you taste the difference is where it's at.
And we're coming up on spring break, so I expect you'll be quite busy.
Oh, since the announcement of, everything's being lifted, our phone has just gone off. Everybody's inviting, everybody's doing house parties now. Everybody's partying because they don't have to, or inviting and doing a party because they can. The people just need the freedom. And any event that we do, people are just so appreciative that we're out there. We do a lot of stuff for nonprofits too, and that's the biggest cool thing that ever. And that's really the coolest thing is to, we give back percentages to churches and, whatever groups, and then some stuff we just do for free just to, get, something up off the ground or awareness of something. So this model is a key to open a lot of doors, and, it teaches, your family integrity of working together as a family to looking outside the box, seeing how you can help other people. That's the biggest cool thing about what we do. And, just pay it forward as much as we can.
So I wanted to ask you about using local businesses and your local business relationships. But first, we're going to kick it over to Sherry Sweeney for an important message from the Chamber.
Hello, Clear Lake Area Chamber of Commerce members and Bay Area Houston. We're super excited at the Chamber to bring you some new webinars, including one-on-one conversations with elected officials. These folks are from all different levels, from the state level, federal level, county, area, cities. We're super excited on the 25th of this month at noon. We're going to have a conversation with our Government Affairs Division Chairman, Brian Friedman, and our local Houston Mayor Pro Tem, Dave Martin. So you're going to want to check that out. You just go to the website, clearlakearea.com, get more information about the chamber. There's a calendar on there where you can see all the different virtual webinars. If you're a business and you want to get connected, join the chamber, clearlakearea.com. Back to you, Jameson.
So tell me about your relationship with local businesses, and you try to partner with people where possible. We like to talk here about buying to Bay Area, keeping things local.
Yep.
What does that mean to you?
So first of all, if you're not involved with the chamber, your business will definitely struggle from it. Chamber is an amazing tool to meet your community, get involved in the community. They support on everything that they do. They are just a grateful bunch of people. I belonged to it in Colorado and was very successful with my businesses out there. And then here at Clear Lake the people are just, how can they help you enough? And, but meeting the other businesses and, just kind of what'd you do during the pandemic? How did you do this or how did you do that? And just comparing notes and just seeing how we can help each other. And, people borrowing generators that we had off our trailers with the last storm that we had and, just whatever we could do to help. And we had a couple call us from tag us on my wife's Facebook during the storm, and her friends were stuck in Houston, stuck in an Uber. All the hotels were shut down. Nobody would let them into any businesses, so they were just sitting in an Uber, and this Uber guy was trying to take them around at no charge just to help them find a place. So my wife's friend reached out and said, "Hey, these friends of mine, you guys don't know them or anything, but they're friends of mine, and can you help them?" So we invited them over to the house, gave them a place to stay and live and eat, and they stayed there for a night and a half. And, so you got to do whatever you got to do to help. So it's just, it opens your eyes in the community. And if you can just pay it forward, you don't want anything back, you just do it, and if you're going to be in business, you have to be involved with the community and your chamber to have any type of success. If you're not out there working every day, and pushing, flipping stones and seeing how you can help people and be creative and be open-minded to, whatever you can do. And, and you don't have to spend a lot of money doing it. It's just being there at the right time and having your ear to the ground and seeing how you can help people.
So Ron, thank you again, especially for bringing shareables.
Well, you can't tell the story without tasting it. So now you know.
It's a first for us and hopefully not a last. So I appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, no, thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
I think the lesson people can learn are, it's about hustle. It's about community. And we look forward to having a nice hot summer for you so that we can all enjoy your Gelu Italian Ice.
Even if it's cold outside, make you feel like you're on the beach.
Yeah.
You really can't go wrong.
Yep. So. Anything else you'd like to share with the audience?
Just thank you for the opportunity. And if you guys are interested in being part of our family, you can find us on lovegelu.com, or you can contact me directly. My phone number is 970-986-9536. Love to talk to you about what we do and what we offer, and but don't call unless you want to have fun. So, yeah.
Thanks again. We appreciate it.
I appreciate the opportunity.
With Gelu.
Gelu.
Are you recording this? Because this is good for the blooper. Gelu.
It's all recorded.